Oh, Mr. Carson, you there?
Yeah,
Okay. We're gonna start with. Are you in Esby already?
yeah.
Okay. You might want to turn on your camera because we just got an update from CPS, a federal update. You guys need to have your cameras on the whole class period. So, so sorry about that. Yeah, guys might want to start making, you know, brushing your teeth and looking good because we got to do it the rest of this school year this way. But get into Edsby. All you need to do is just keep your camera on and your microphone off because I don't know if you got. I don't know if it's your voice or somebody else's voice if they're talking unless the microphone's off. So set your screens up. Can you see what I'm doing or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so set your screens up the same way. Uh, I think the link is should be there already, right? Let me put it in the chat so you can go ahead and get started because you're usually quick about these things.
I
Um,
need to finish the one from yesterday because I couldn't find the finish line. I don't know how to do the finish line.
well, just send what you have. Like, dude, I know you're being a perfectionist, and that's cool. But send what you have, and there's participation points you gained from class already, so you should be fine. Um, but I'm gonna talk about that today because in grades, it looks like not a lot of people submitted their work. So it's 7 minutes. Let me put the link here in case you don't see it. This is for today's project though, and we got 7 minutes before everybody's officially late. But then we're gonna go into it. You can just you already know what to do, I guess. But who's this coming in the room? Okay, Rush is here. I didn't even know he was here. Okay, he snuck in. Who's that? Miss Greer. Okay. Okay, she made it. Miss Greer, you gotta leave your camera on the entire time. This is a CPS update that we got. So
Hey, is Quan, is his camera broke?
where did Greer go? Carson's camera's on. I'm looking at that.
I'm right here.
Okay, you gotta turn your camera on, dear. It's gotta stay on too.
It gotta
Thank you.
stay on.
It's gotta stay on. Yep. This is coming from the government, not me. Because there's no way to know if the student is in the class, if the camera's off. All right. Let me do attendance real quick. I don't want to forget. Okay, computer science. All right, let's take attendance real quick. So Tyra Allen is not present. Michael Brown is not present. Mr. Carson's present. Julian Cervante is not present. Ashanta Cherry not present. Roman Davis not present. Goss not present. Ms. Greer is present. Harris not present. Joshua Hill not present. Giovanni not present. Daniel not present. Jamaria Jones not present. Romel Lee not present. Tamia Love not present. Lenaria Robinson not present. Alika Vernon not present. And Miss Worthy is not present. Send this to the office. A second. There we go. All right. All hearts and minds clear on that. Okay, let's do the camera checks. Uh, Miss Greer, your camera has to stay on, dear. I am so sorry. It has to stay on. Let's see here. Now, where are we? There we go. So 5 more minutes. You should be setting it up. Miss Greer, you just came in the room, so I got to put that in the chat again. The project we're working on at the moment. Now, I'm looking at. Let me just go through some of the scores so people are aware where we're at. We're walking into week, I think, 2 or 3, and we had some issues already. Okay, let me close this. Great book. Okay, so Miss Greer, you're doing very good. And same with you, Mr. Carson. Did you just put this in here? You just okay. You must have just did that. I got it. Okay, so you're in
Me?
good shape, Mr. Carson. Yeah, I'm seeing. I didn't see something there before for today's or yesterday's assignment.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you just did that. You snuck that in on me.
You
Okay,
told me to do
I
it.
won't check it. I got to check it tonight because we're in class, Mr. Carson. But that is how you're supposed to turn in today's work too. I hope it's correct. Tamia, welcome to class. Your camera has to stay on the entire class time. Yeah, I'm sorry. You got to turn it on, or I have to, have you removed until you can get that fixed.
What?
I'm so, Mr. Rush. Do you want to explain this to her? We got 3 more minutes. Okay.
To me, yeah, we gotta leave it on because it's a lot of people jumping on other people's names and they doing stuff and it ain't them. So we don't want to, no more confusion. We gotta hold people accountable. So everybody got to turn the cameras on. So you know what I mean.
Please leave your cameras on the entire class period. Thank you, Miss Love. Okay, so we're waiting 3 more minutes. I'm gonna put the link in the chat one more time for today's project, so you might want to get started. I think when students come in uh, a bit after we started, and I put a link, it goes away. So I got to re-put the link. If you already have this link, you should be making 2 screens. One with the link that I sent you for the new project for today. All right, we should have this down packed. You had a hang of this. So when you click on the link, it's going to be this here. I want you to take a moment while I'm still getting things set up to play with it and see what it does, because I want you to understand it first, and then get ready to code it on your own. Now, same rules apply. You cannot use the same sprites. Okay. So take a moment to get that resized. So it's like this. And you could be coding. I think this goes over here, though. We're going to start a new one here. That's what it is. So we had the sample code over here somewhere. And then I'm going to type MIT Scratch for a new one. So if I come down to MIT Scratch EDU, I probably should give you that link in the chat as well. You might have forgot it. Put this here. Okay. And that gets you, if you click on that link, this there starts you all the way over. Now remember, you have to be logged into your Scratch account, and then you just click on create, and it'll give you a whole new template to work on. Also, don't forget to click on the share button, because when you're done, I've had some students share a link and it says I cannot find anything on your link. Please don't just do that. Make sure you have shared it, and you know you shared it because you come here, this orange button, you click on it, and that means when I look at your file, I can open it up. If you did not do that, you sent me a file that doesn't work, or a link that does not work. All right, so a minute and some change, and we're going to talk about today's project. Where are the norms at? I'm going to go through those. All right, I got to make new attendance. Where is it at? So some people came in the classroom. So who was that? That was Love, right? Yep. She made it on time. Start a class. There we go. So she's present. Greer, Carson, those are the three. Everybody else, we gotta work on them. Cameras back on. Alika, your cameras have to stay on, guys. Turn them on. So Greer, Vernon, I'm going to tell Cherry too. Gotta keep your cameras on. So sorry. This is not me doing this. This is pretty much the government. They want to make sure y'all in class. So I'm gonna come back to you, Miss Greer, because we're about to start. Mark Vernon present. Who else I got? It is Cherry, right? I think she came in the room. Let me see here. Cherry is here. Miss Cherry, you got to turn on your camera and leave it on the entire class period. Okay, save. There we go. Okay. So you do this. Okay, everybody's complying. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Let's make sure I got everybody. I got Vernon. I got it. Okay. All right. So let's go through it, right? I'm going to minimize this. And this is the point for participation. This is a moment of participation. Let's zoom in. You should be able to see what I'm doing, right? Okay, so let's start off with the 5 basic norms. We'll go down the list. Miss Vernon, can you read number 1?
No one has the right to hurt another person.
Okay, Miss Cherry, can you read number 2?
Education in the classroom are sacred.
Thank you, ma'am. Miss Greer, can you read number 3?
We will never behave in a way that will discredit ourselves, our school, and our families.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's see here. Mr. Rush, can you read number 4?
Yeah, you caught me off guard. I was about to go on a conference call. But
Oh, okay.
at Excel Academy, Southwest students is always a leader, a gentleman.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Mr. Carson, can we do number 5?
We take pride in Excel Academy of Self-Worth.
Yes, we do. Academic norms. Number 1, Miss Vernon. Can you
We
read it?
respect the opinions of others.
Always. Thank you. Miss Cherry, number 2.
We respect the culture of the classroom.
Thank you, ma'am. Number 3, who's that in that list? Miss Greer.
We are attentive and participate.
Thank you. Let's see here. He's on a conference call. Carson, can you do number 4?
We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers.
Miss Love, can you finish it off with number 5? Yeah.
We are here to focus on preparing
Thank you,
ourselves
dear.
for
You gotta turn that
face-to-face
camera
exams.
back on. All right, so let's get started.
No,
Miss Love, I'm only gonna warn you. It's up to you to follow the directions. All right, so I'll come back to you and I'll be looking because I have it set up so I can see all of your screens. Just doing my job. So let's keep going. You should have today's project in here. Okay, so does everybody have access to what I have on my screen? And then I'm talking about, I have my screen size. I'm talking about this screen mailing. Do you have it already from the chat, or should I put it in the chat room again? Thank you, Miss Love. Can you put it in the chat? Do you need me to put it in the chat again? Is what I'm saying, or do you have it? I'm just checking. So if you don't need it, I'm gonna move on. All right. I guess everybody has the link, and it's also in ESB too, by the way. So just go to today's assignment. Now you have a participation point moment, and we're just gonna go through the problem for today. So here's pretty much the objective of today. Let's take this and let's put it in the chat. All right, so I'm gonna put 30 seconds up to see who would like to read what's in the chat, but you got to type me. So let's see who does it first. And this is for 10 points. And that little 10 points is helping some of y'all. Yeah, who's that? Jerry?
Yeah. Can you make it a little bit bigger? I can't see it.
Are you in the chat, dear? She stopped talking. Okay. Jerry, you cut your mic off. I think you said something. Okay. 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 I can't make it too big on here, Cherry, because it's gonna knock out my reds. But
I got to
oh,
it.
you got to it in the chat. Okay. Okay. All right. So Tamia's going. Okay. Go ahead, Tamia. Read it. It's in the chat though.
hello and good day to all future computer science. Please review and begin creating the MIT profile. You will need to confirm your email, and this should allow you to share out all projects that you create in this class. You want me to click the link button?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because that's important direction to start that new Scratch project and check your account. Go ahead, ma'am.
The link to start your Scratch profile online is click on to join to create your profile.
Okay. So that link. Thank you, Miss Love. Got 10 points for that. Basically, that link is what I'm using on the opposite side of my screen, right? So my screen is resized, and this is the link where I just go to create, and I get this side of the screen, so I can begin coding. Now, that's one part of it. There's another opportunity to read, and I'm just going to do it again just to be clean. You don't have to read the link part, just read whoever reads. It's like two more opportunity points. So that section and that section, as I thought about it, because I want everybody to be clear on what we're doing. There's a lot of questions that come up. All right. So type me if you are going to be the one that reads it for 10 points. Now type it. Don't yell it because it's hard to hear all of y'all at once. So who would like to do it? Maybe I should put 30 seconds up and just. If not, I have to read it. All right, Miss Vernon, go right ahead, dear. You have the floor. Can you see it in the chat?
The link the link to be creating your project for today is on the link.
You don't have
Use
to
the
say the link. Go ahead.
huh?
You don't have to say the link. Keep going.
Okay. Use the code to recreate your own sprite and backdrop the entire program. All segments of the code need to be ready tomorrow morning class.
Okay. So by next week, well, I'm going to tell you this because I looked at the grades and now I got to come back and do something called accountability with you all. Not everybody's submitting stuff on time. And there's a lot of people in class, but they're just not turning stuff in. So when I come into class the next day, I'm going to need you guys to present your links in the chat. And then I'll grade it. And only then I will grade it. Because I gave you till 8, but now I got to go back and check and see if you submitted it. And we need to get better about that by next week. Okay? I don't want nobody to feel. All right, so what's next? There's one more segment to this, and then we're gonna start coding. So I think I did that part. Let's go to here, and I'm just taking it straight from Edsby in case you missed anything. But I need someone else to read it for 15 points. That's a lot to read right there. But type me. Who's gonna do it? You have to type me. Okay, Vernon. Oh, Vernon got it first. Love. Sorry. Go ahead, Miss Vernon.
Please keep in mind that you must choose your own sprite and backdrops for this project and all future projects. To get a maximum credit, all the sprites has to all the sprites have to have different music settings and uploads on SB via your scratch link by 8 p.m. Say, stay safe out there and then.
And Zen. Okay, thank you. So that's 15 points for Vernon. So basically, it's like I've been reiterating. When you started off, because when we start the project, they'd be like, "Well, I got to use a different sprite." I'm like, "Yes, you do." This is the rule until the quarter's over with. When we do these projects, this is me seeing your creativity. So with that out of the way, we can come over here, and I just want to walk you through a few steps. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you at least 10 minutes. The camera has to stay on. Now, when I give you your break, you turn your camera off and go into the bathroom or whatever the case may be. I'll check, make sure that's cool. But for the most part, your camera has to stay on the whole duration. So let's start off with, the code we're going to use. So have this screen on one side and make sure you resize it like I did. And then if you click on see inside, you got what? 1, 2, 3 sprites, right? I think you only got to make the 3 sprites and just start coding each. At this point, you guys should be veterans at this stuff. So what's the first piece of code we need? Come to events, right? Looks like that. So I'm just going to go to events over here. And before I code it, remember we cannot use the same sprite, the default sprite. We had to delete that one. So once I deleted that one, I got to make sure I can now create a new sprite. So let me move this out the way. Okay, go away. And all these classes. 1 second, you guys. Okay, there we go. So you choose sprite. And I'm going to choose, I don't know. This is the point where you choose what you want to choose, right? So I don't know. I'm going to choose Ben here because he has multiple costumes. So we talked about this. You got certain sprites, and I want to delve into this because you'd be like, Mr. Tyler, I can't change it. I think Carson was asking that. And this is where I was trying to give you clues, but I didn't want to tell you. All right, so think about this. Take a note on it because you probably go back and get more credit on your project. I got to look at it tonight, but this was your issue. So there's multiple costumes for certain things. So I'm going to choose Ben. And I think he's in costume A. What was it, the first one? Yeah, Ben A. So now, like I said, I'm going to grab. Once I choose the sprite, then I can have all of the blocks I need. If you don't choose it, you're going to find some stuff missing. So I'm going to come with when clicked, because that's what the first part of the code is. And then what else we got? This blue here. So I'm going to look over here, and looks like motion, right? So it says, what do? Go to and was it X and Y? Looks like it's the same. So we'll put that here. All right. These steps shouldn't be that difficult at this point, right? Don't forget that inside here, it's negative 60. So I got to change that. And if you have your screen set up like me, I know you're going to be like, I can't see what you're doing, Mr. Tyler. That's because at this point, you're supposed to have your screen set up like me and coding with me so you can see everything. So what's the Y value? Let's see who's paying attention. Put 30 seconds up. Somebody type in the chat what the Y value is that I'm focusing on. This blue box or this motion block. What is the Y? Oh, I think somebody got it. It is, that was love. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so it's negative 41. Everybody see where she got that from? I want to make sure that's clear because later on, I'm going to give you like next week certain values to put in there. And then on the test day, I'm going to change certain values for a particular project. You just got to go through, edit, and make it work the same way that I did. But for now, let's just keep going. So here's another section. Let's see who's paying attention. I'm going to this part here, the purple part. So that looks like it comes with what? Looks, because it says set size to. So you can read it and try to figure out which category it goes in, or you could look at the color coding and try to figure out which category you're pulling it from. So that's set size, and I'm looking in my list here from my new Scratch project. And the set size, I see one here for 100%. I'm going to use that because I know that I can change this to what? What do we have? 60%, right? Okay, so I'm going to ask, it's going to be another participation point moment because I'm going to get this block, this say block, and I want you to type in the chat the first person what I'm supposed to put in this say block. Let's see who's paying attention. 30 seconds. What do I put in both of those? In the hello, what did I change that to? And for how many seconds? All you gotta do is look at the block from your source code and tell me what it might be. That's if you have your screen set up the same way like I have, because I see it on the screen, but do you guys see it? Okay, that's Carson. That's the first one. Well, what was the second one? How many seconds? Okay, he got both. Thank you. All right. So I'm gonna come over here, like I said, the say block, and then all I do is look. And Mr. Carson told us it's called click on me for. I'm just typing it in instructions. Now, Mr. Carson helped you out. You probably can copy from the chat what's there and paste it inside of your block that you're working on. So you should be doing this part with me, right? I think I spelled that wrong. I should have just copied. There we go. And then he said 3 seconds, and he got that from looking at the source code. Okay. So far, so good. We're doing great. I'm shrinking a little bit so I can keep up with all these blocks in my face. Now, there we go. Because I want us to remember this part. I'm gonna give us 10 minutes to work on just this next part. But if you're ahead, you can go ahead and start on that third piece of code. Is everybody aware there's a third piece of code inside of this? Some people have been submitting stuff and it's like only this part is done. Then they got to go back and realize they didn't do this part. Okay, so just examine the whole code that was given to you. So next, what do? Let's see here. We got the say block. We got to get these two. So this looks like it's a when space bar key is press, and that's an event. So if I come here, it says when, and then that's a second, so that's not it. If I come up here, it says when space, that's the one I want, right? I'll grab it. And this gives the user the opportunity to press the space bar and your program does something a little different. Okay, so what is next here? We got say, that block there. Well, where do I go for that? Let's see. I'm gonna look over to the side in the chat, and I want somebody to tell me what section of code does that block come from? We just talked about it a moment ago. What section of code? Looks. Well, Vernon, what are you sending me, dear? What is this? I think Carson got it though.
I didn't say nothing. I was copying your link for your.
Okay, dear. Okay.
To do it.
Okay, no, it's cool. You do have your stuff on shared, right? So I think you do already. Never mind. I think you already got your stuff set up to your profile. So Mr. Carson told us exactly where to look, right? Looks. And how do we know that? Like I said, you can look at the what it says do, size. That's a size thing. That's what it looks. And then also what color it is. So if we click on looks, we should find the same block, right? And again, it's our say block. So I'm not going to belabor this because I want to give you time to work on that third section of code when we scroll over. And we're going to have a participation point moment for those that could present their works. So let's see here. We got, I think I got these two done, but I didn't type in what goes in there, right? So what did he say it is? Minimo? I'm just going to take it from over here. I learned my lesson from trying to type that. It's just too small. I get some new glasses. All right. And then that is for 2 seconds. So far, you know, we got this character, but we need what, two more characters? Yeah, two more characters. And this is the monster part. Most of this is going to be on you guys to finish up before 8 p.m. I think the cat, and again, there's some more code over here. It's like 3 sections of code, if you notice, right? If I go back to the character we're working on, I'm about to set a clock. I want you to finish up. I'll give you 10 minutes to like stretch your legs, but the whole time the camera stays on, and you just got to work on that line of code. After the 10 minutes is up, we're going to do presentations. All right. And presentations is not like participation. It goes towards your score because you have what is called in my grade book a demonstration. So let's get this done in class. Leave the cameras on, go use the bathroom, but 10 minutes. Trying to get y'all to finish as much in class as possible so you don't have a lot of homework. I don't know how many classes some of y'all got. I'll be trying to help my son with homework. All right. I have my microphone on. Okay, 4 more minutes. Pick up where we left off. Should be only working on the where is this at? This let me blow that up so I know exactly what you're supposed to be working on. Okay, so you should have at least this third part of code done and these two as well. So just make sure you see it. All right, 1 more minute, and I need everybody who is at least finished the code to present your screen. So to make sure I can stop presenting. I thought it froze. It's working. So 9:37. Just with like maybe 23 more minutes of class. Excuse me. So now is the time that if you had issues coding something to ags, but I need you to at least present what you have done to make sure you was at least attempting it during class. That's another thing. I think some people are doing it all whenever they get around to it. So if I'm asking you to present your screen, I'm about to go down the list. Let me go in reverse because I don't always want to pick on Ms. Vernon. I don't know, for some reason Google pops you first in the list. I'm gonna start at the bottom of the list with Miss Love. Can you show your screen real quick? Miss Love, are you there? I'm looking at the top of her head, like. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back to Miss Love. All right, Mr. Carson, can you present your screen?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Let me stop presenting so you can have the floor. Everyone else, please get what you have done ready to present because it's a part of your demonstration score of the class. Close to the end, you have one big project you will need to demonstrate. So we're waiting on Mr. Carson. I think I've taken the control off. So. All right, there you go. Okay. All right. Okay. I think you got all sections. Okay. You gonna give it a backdrop?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You can stop presenting to it. Make sure you click on that share button. I just seen that. So when you send it to me, it'll work. You got to name it today's project. So you know what the project name was, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can stop sharing. Next up the list is Greer. Can you share what you've done so far, please? Again, this is a big chunk of your score demonstration. Miss Greer, are you there? Are you sharing right now? I seen you nodded. Oh, there you go. All right, all right. Can you just blow up the Scratch project side? Like open that up some? If you hit on the maximize button, okay, wait, just scroll over. I think I see what you did. Can you scroll back other side? I'm trying to see the other code. You did it. Okay. 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 Keep working. You should. You guys see you got a backdrop. Cool. You try. You want to get done with the rest of the. Never mind. She's working it. Okay. Okay. So you about almost through, huh? All right. You can stop sharing there. Okay. And the same thing I told Carson. You got to click on that share button, Miss Greer. Otherwise, when you share it to me, I won't be able to see it. So make sure you name it. Make sure it's shared. So it's in your projects. It's shared. Up next on the list is Miss Cherry. Can you present for demonstration as part of your score to make sure you were working on it during that 10 minutes? What do you have so far? Okay, Cherry's presenting. Awesome. Oh, she's got it in a nice size so I can see everything. Nice. Okay. Are you on a cell phone or a laptop? Okay. All right. Well, okay. Okay. It's just pretty big. I can see everything. Scroll over so I can see the rest of your code you started on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wise. She's gotten the hang of dragging it. Yeah. Okay. Now, how many sprites you got so far? Like completed or not? Okay. Okay. And you got a backdrop. All right. That's all I needed for your demonstration, Miss Cherry. Pretty good. Make sure you finish it up. Like I told everybody else, make sure it's shareable. Copy the link. Put it in as you got until 8. Now, if you're smart and you think you got everything, you should submit it before we leave class, right?
I can stop
So,
sharing.
I'm sorry.
Can I stop sharing now?
Yeah, you're done. You're done with that. Your demonstration points are noted. Let's last is Alika Vernon, and I got Miss Love, who hasn't presented yet. So, Miss Vernon, can you go next with the presentation? Again, guys, moving forward, these are demonstration points. So I got to ask you to share it. If there is an issue with your computer, I'll have Mr. Irvin or Mr. Stonewall contact you in regards to that. So we're waiting on Vernon, and then there you go, Miss Vernon. Okay, okay. It looks like you got okay. You got your backdrop. Okay. Did you put any code in that second sprite? See, everybody didn't do that. Look, everybody still got that orange. See, when you send it to me, you're gonna be mad because I'm gonna mark it absent or I'm not absent but incomplete. Make sure you click on that share button, and then yeah, click on that. Okay, you're making progress. So you got one more sprite to do in there, right? Okay, so you can stop sharing. You're pretty much done. Yeah, I see you. But make sure you have all parts of the code for both sprites. I think both sprites, the first sprite and the second sprite, they got 3 segments of code each. So each one should have that much. Just don't forget to put all of it in there. All right, Miss Love, are you there? I've been reaching out to you. Your camera's on, but it doesn't seem like you're in class. Are you there? Okay, Mr. Rush, I'm gonna need you to take note and help me out with Miss Love. All right, so everybody else, I'm gonna wait around and figure out what's going on with Tamia. Everybody else, it is 9:43. I want to give you a 5-minute break, but the last thing I want to do is not 5-minute break, meaning I'm gonna let you leave a little early. The last thing we want to do is take a look at attendance, right? So basically, moving forward, all cameras have to be on. You can go in ESB, and it's not just attendance; it's also how you see your scores. I'm just covering some things again. So it's better if I do it this way. Let me get Mr. Carson. Can you share your screen for a moment? You're in ESB.
Yeah.
Okay, share your screen, and I just want to go over some things real quick before we let you go and get ready for your next period. Because once you have enough time to eat breakfast, stretch, get yourself ready for your next period. But as soon as Carson shares the screen, I'm gonna talk about it, and that's will be it. Okay. Okay, so a couple of quick notes about this. Thank you, Mr. Carson. I can see it. I always post a link to the classroom. So if you got a classmate that's struggling, you can say link is right there and share it with them. Please do. Also, you go to my work up there because it's the classroom view. So the classroom view is like Facebook. You can see everything I posted to give you a heads up. This is the most important thing. You are responsible for making sure that your graph looks like something that you know you can pass with. And here's how you're going to do that. That graph, it changes every time I enter scores. So you don't get confused by the classroom view because in the classroom view, you got to keep scrolling. You got to keep scrolling. Go to my work like he just did in your student portal. And then can you click on assessments, Mr. Carson? This has a section of everything you did or did not do and what I scored you for. It even tells you how much percent it is of your grade. So if I were you, take some time, and we talked about this last week. You got between now and what did I say, Sunday, to go back in time and finish everything. After Sunday, what will happen is this week's grades will stay the same. So if you missed anything on Monday, Tuesday, you have until Sunday noon. Now, if it's late, 20% is already taken away. But that means you still can go back and finish these projects up, especially if you don't like the score you got to date. And I updated the grades. So please, please, please help yourselves out. Attendance. I got to show you attend. No, click on attendance. So for me real quick. Because a lot of people are like, I don't know how many days I miss. Did it load already? I don't even see nothing on your screen. The student screen is something different. All right, so you can stop sharing, Carson, because that's not showing what I want. It does say right there, I think, it tells you how much, right? Because I can barely see that. It says, I mean, days you missed in class.
Yeah, I don't know how I got him.
Wow, okay. It was like, I barely could see anything on your screen. All right, so let me just share mine real quick so I can get ready to let you go. I see a hand moving in the background of Love. Love, can you present your screen? Are you back in class now? We gotta work on it. Yeah, you was gone for like 30 minutes. You take a nap? Okay, all right. Can you share your screen? Did you work on Okay, did you work on the demonstration part, like the code? So I need you to share. No, I didn't during the 10 minutes that we had. That's a part of your demonstration score.
Let's get my screen. Let
Okay.
me
Well,
share.
you say your screen won't let you share?
Not letting-
You breaking up.
It's not letting me share.
Okay, well that's gonna hurt your demonstration points. It was sharing the other day, dear. So you got to figure it out real quick. And I'm gonna get
He's steady doing it.
okay. But look, if you can't figure it out, you're gonna stay the whole period with me. So I think you should think about that right now, because some people are about to leave early.
Okay.
Okay, so figure it out. Otherwise, I got to mark you absent for not participating. All right. So the last thing was attendance.
How you gonna mark me absent for not participating?
because
You don't make no sense.
because dear, it isn't in recording, ma'am. If I've called on you 4 times and you didn't respond, that is on you. Okay, you got to fix it. Taking naps in class. Hold on. So I want to go to my screen. Where's my screen? I want to present. I'm trying to get y'all out of here. And thanks everybody who did what they were supposed to do today. Okay, now you should see something. You should see my screen coming up, right? This is the last thing I want to show you before I let you guys go. Remember, everything's due at 8. If you did most of the work with us, then you don't have much to do, right? So let me show you the attendance, right? If you're in class, let me go here. And I'm calling on you and I've noticed certain people and you're not responding, I will go back and I will reverse it to an absent and then a follow-up is needed. Okay? Because this is not my rule. This is CPS rules. And with that said, if you have over what was it, 9 days, you will also need corrective action. So try not to have too many days absent. So I think I've said everything. Everybody, you're free to go and get ready for next period. Thanks for all that actually did what you're supposed to do, and I'll see you again tomorrow, 8 p.m. for this assignment. Miss Love, I need you to share your screen before you can go.
It's not my understanding. It's not letting me share.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have Mr. Irvin contact you about that. Okay, but you need to when
He
I'm
did
calling.
yesterday.
No. I'm saying because we can't do this in the future, dear. Oh, there you. No, that's Carson joined.
Mm,
So basically, moving forward, you got to turn that screen on. You got to share it, and he's gonna have to sit with you and work it out because that's hurting your demonstration points. If I'm calling on you in class constantly and it's recorded, I was calling on you, but you didn't say nothing. So with that, I gotta call home
no,
because
you wasn't.
yes, I was there, and it's a
I
recording.
don't know what you calling home, so I didn't hear you calling me.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you because right now I did contact you and you didn't do it. All right, so you're free to go, but I will be contacting you. Okay, Ms. Vernon, you have a question?
No, my
It's
bad.
okay. You demonstrated, so you can go. Mr. Carson, you demonstrated, so you're done. All right, let me get this recording ready.
We supposed to leave